What's up, y'all? My name is Curtis Akeem, and you watching How My Name Is on Sovereign Sound. Yo, listen, my name is Curtis Akeem, and I'm from all over Atlanta, North Carolina, New York, wherever, and I'm a social media Christian influencer. Hear what I'm saying? And I'm probably the best one doing it, the most impactful at least. Growing up in Atlanta was the past Wakanda to me, only because I'm a transplant from New York. A lot of people won't believe it. I'm a city boy from Rockaway, Queens, New York, St. John's Episcopal Hospital, March 11th, 89, 2:45 p.m. to be exact. But anyway, we moved down to Atlanta when I was 6 years old. And the first thing I remember about living here was there was no sidewalks. But other than that, as we grew up, I realized there were so many black business owners, so many entrepreneurs. So I would say it was like growing up in Wakanda before the movie ever came out. Well, I say partly North Carolina because I lived in Charlotte for roughly about 4 years of my life. I had signed the deal and so moved out there. And that's where I chose to live, me and a few of my friends for a couple of years. But I love Charlotte. I feel I grew up a lot in Charlotte. So that's why I say I'm from Charlotte too. Very grim, but we can go there. What got me started was my father dying. The reason why I say that's what got me started was because I was just coming off of doing some R&B, and it wasn't going the way that I wanted it to go. And I just took a break from entertaining. But when my father passed, I needed something to pass the time, so the time wouldn't take me out too. So I would say upon my father's death is where I found this newfound social media-ite influencer thing. It's funny because I used to think social media influencers or the term was so corny. That's ironic. So I used to be like, when people say they're influence, I'm like, oh, they whack, they corny. Influence, what are you influencing? And ironically, now I'm in the seat. So I never thought about it, but now I'm in the seat, bro. It's crazy. See, I can't pick. It's like picking my kids. I got 3 kids. So it's like asking me who my favorite kid is. The thing is, all of my characters are a branch of my personality in some way or the other. So at the end of it all, I would say there's no true favorite, but Dolla Watson is the one that's making all this money. You know what I'm saying? So I will. I ain't gonna say who's my favorite. I don't want none of y'all get mad at me. But Dolla Watson is the one that really is bringing in the checks. If you feel what I'm saying. Okay, I put it like this. Let me put it like this. Dolla Watson was my scapegoat to say stuff that I couldn't say. So if I'm gonna say stuff that I couldn't say, I also gotta look like what I normally don't look like. So Dolla Watson with the scarf and the glasses kind of came naturally. I already was wearing Ray-Bans, holler at me. I was already wearing those, and then it was this scarf. And ironically, the scarf was a scarf that one of my former friends left in my house a long time ago, and it's been sitting there forever. So one day I put it on. I started doing some skits in it, and next thing you know, that's Dolla. So I would say like Dolla was formed as a way of me wanting to look different enough to where people will still recognize who I am, but they can signify that character with me saying some outlandish stuff so I don't have to be held accountable for what Dolla say. Have I ever felt? That's a good question. That's a good question. I've never, if I feel conflicted about it, this gonna sound crazy, but I feel that's the thing that should be done. Like if it challenges me, right? That's the easiest way for me to know that it needs to be done. Because to give you a brief story, if y'all got time, the reason why I say that is because, do we got time? All right, the reason why I say that is because me being a Christian, right? Me coming from the church world, you get held to a certain typecast. You get held to a certain standard. If you don't do this or you do this, then you're wrong. And for the longest, me trying to stay in that mode is I felt what kept me stagnant in my growth. So what happened was when I did start saying riskier stuff, or I started doing more risque things, That's when I realized the base grew. But what I realized in my base growing was my foundation stayed the same. So what that showed me was in me challenging myself, I'm reaching more people to at least bring them back to the same thought process I have. For instance, you have people that have never went to church in their adult life. Say, hey, Kurt, if you there, I'ma go. So what does that tell you about what I do? That means that in me allowing myself to be challenged, I'm able to talk to people that normally don't go to places that I go, but it's going to bring them to those places that I go. So long story short, if I feel challenged by it, I'm probably going to do it. I'm actually still a preacher. So, you know what I'm saying? My whole backing of everything comes from the church. Even when I took the R&B route, there was a lesson in that. But I came from the church. I was a minister. I was a licensed minister before I ever did R&B. I did R&B as a way to people say rebel all the time. I wanted to do it. All right, like some people love. I can't stand when church. Let me tell you something. I can't stand when church folk get up on here. Oh, it's my rebellion faith. No, you wanted to do it. It's okay. All right, like good. But I'm serious. So, the church world is a great world, but the problem with that is that world is too small, and I wanted to see what was going on. So, at the end of the day, I was always a preacher because I always had a message. That's at its core what a preacher is. So this voice, the way I talk, that's because that's what I was raised up in. I'm still a preacher even now. I'm just preaching a different way. Am I in a pulpit just teaching? No, but these jokes are very Jesus-like at its core. I mean, at its core, it's very Jesus-like. Oh, no, sir. I don't do that. Nah, my least favorite band is a band that chooses not to be good. No. The reason I say that is because some band programs that literally suck. I don't want to say them because I'm all about the culture being advanced, but it's some band programs and band directors that don't want to be good. So any band that chooses not to be good, I don't like it. You know who you are. The Blues Clues video changed my life. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That Blues Clues video came out, millions everywhere. Now, I've done millions of views before that. I actually have videos that have way more views than those. I have videos that's in the tens of millions. But Blues Clues was different because it affected all the social media platforms. See what I'm saying? That was the first video where I went viral on all of them. Normally, I got a video that may go viral on TikTok, may go viral on Facebook, may just go viral on Instagram. But that Blues Clues video, that took over the world for about a week. You say about a week. About a week. I took over the world. We still looking for that bastard. The first rule I learned about being an influencer as far as marketing is stop looking at these YouTube videos with them telling you how to market. They don't know you. Let that breathe, almost got excited. But they don't know you. I can't stand when I go to somebody's page and you can tell that they following the format of somebody else. Be you. What did I learn on how to market myself? Once you build a fan base, they like you. You don't need to follow a format. So marketing 101. Once you gain a crowd, market to your crowd. Market to your crowd. Everybody want to get up here. Everybody want to post all these pictures with quotes on it now. It's a lot of y'all doing that. I can't stand it. Stop it. Be your own person. Marketing 101. Do you? Comedian. You said singular.
Who are some comedians?
Bless you. That's better. You got Earthquake. You got Eddie Murphy. But Jamie Foxx is the one for me. We got to take a moment to give Jamie Foxx his flowers because people don't. Jamie Foxx is a renaissance man of the entertainment world. The man sings. The man acts. And he does comedy. Okay? Name me somebody else that's doing it at a level that he did it at. Platinum plaques, star-studded movies, and start studying comedy specials. You can't. Like I love Eddie Murphy to death, but Eddie Murphy albums wasn't good. He had a platinum song, but he got platinum songs off of him being Eddie Murphy. Jamie Foxx albums are good. Okay? Shout out to me. I dropped out an album not too long ago. It was doing very well. Go stream it now. The Deduction tape, Dolla Watts. We got the Bastard tape coming soon. But I'm chasing Jamie Foxx. Jamie, if you see this, brother, I love you. Okay? What y'all laughing for? I'm trying to share my plea. Jamie, I love you, man. You are my idol, man. Jamie, I want to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy you found yourself a good barber. You know what I'm saying? That hairline looking pretty pristine nowadays. Bless you, man. You figured out the people around you. You understand? Jamie Foxx, I love you, man. My life was a movie. It would be called OnlyFans. What y'all laughing for? Because you have to be, now let's get this out, the disclaimer. I hate the word fan because it's short for fanatic. I don't think people are fanatics of me. But for the sake of the word, you have to be a fan of mine to understand me. So in order to watch the movie, you would have to be what? A fan. OnlyFans. Man, I'm ready to shoot my own comedy special. I know we're going to shoot it next year. My focus is that, and I want to do my own sketch comedy show. That's what's coming up for me. As far as that's concerned, I know that's coming up. Those are two things that I have to complete in 2022.
Thanks for watching How My Name Is on Sovereign Sounds.
Hold on, we done? Nah, brother, I still got to go on. Let me tell y'all something about myself. Let me tell y'all something, because I'm here. You know, I love HBCU culture, but you know what I can't stand? Financial aid offices. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I've realized over time, you would figure with all digitization and all the electronics that you got, that financial aid would have gotten a whole lot better. But I'm hearing horror stories. See, I got cousins that's in college now, and they still having to wait in lines. They still having to wait for this form.
I still ain't got my refund.
See, that's the problem. See, what was called the FAFSA? See, people still call it, what they call it? FAFSA. Is it FAFSA or FAFSA? Either way it go, black folk been saying it wrong forever. But y'all need to get it together. These kids need these checks. They hungry. You know what I'm saying? I dropped off some noodles to a kid the other day. He said, oh man, it's like the creme brulee. I said, brother, this is full of sodium in death. He said, man, you don't understand, man. I've been eating fruit roll-ups for dinner. I said, oh. Other than that, y'all, financial aid officers, get yourself in order. Shout out to all the schools that's taking a stand on a serious note. We got a situation at Howard. Tuskegee band done stepped up and said, we ain't doing nothing else. That was cold-blooded. Let me tell y'all something. Tuskegee, listen, y'all, the way y'all did that is funny. It's messed up because the brother's out of a job. But Howard, y'all a little crazy because y'all wait till y'all get to school to start sleeping in tents. Why go back to the school? But I feel you. Get out them tents because it's cold though, all right? Get you some good lodging. And another thing, just transfer schools. If you don't like Howard, don't go. You know what I'm saying? Come to the South. There's plenty of schools down here. I want to go to Howard. Kamala done went up in there, and that's a whole nother story. I ain't even going to go there, y'all. I just want to say, Kamala Harris, Kamala with a koala, we ain't heard nothing from you since we voted. We watch. Howard alum. Or did she go to Hampton?
What's your relationship to bands?
Well, I marched. I started marching in middle school all the way up to the college level. So that's basically my angst of marching band. And I'm still a percussion instructor today. Shout out to Creekside High School. Those are my kids. I love them. Creekside High School is the best marching band there ever is on a high school level. We better than some colleges too. But yeah, that's my affiliation. At the end of the day, there's no culture like HBCU culture. Okay? That's where you build the lifetime bonds. That's where you also do some stuff that you'll keep to yourself for a lifetime. I love it, man. And then it's nothing like it. The energy, man. And that's one of the few places that where when you go, you feel home. Like, don't you, no matter where you go, no matter what campus you go on, you feel home. That's why this culture is needed. Donate to your local HBCU today. All right? Hey man, it's Curtis.Akeem. Now listen, my mama and my daddy, I don't know what they had going on in their minds to name me Akeem, but spell it Akeem. All right? So you got Curtis with the C, because some of y'all bastards be spelling it with a K. You stupid. CURTIS.AKEEM on all platforms. Made it real easy. Listen, thank you for watching me on How My Name Is on Sovereign Sounds. And remember, no deduction.